Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with another Friday freebie, and this time we're playing the August version of Shut the Box. So we are working with $114. You can get the printable versions of these challenges on my Ko-fi shop, linked in the description below. And let's get started. So I'm going to click here to roll, and we got 6 and 3. So that's 9. So what I'm going to do is I am going to, let's see, do we have, where is an X? Oh, maybe it's in equations. All right, there we go. All right, so I'm just going to cover in 9, and let's see, let's make these clear so we can just kind of see the numbers, I guess. That'll make it easier. All right, so we got 9. And what I do is I save a row for retirement, a row for my daughter's college, and a row for my son's college. So right now we are doing retirement. And so we're going to give retirement the $9 because I basically just add up what gets crossed out. Okay, the next roll is a 3 and a 2, which is 5. So we can come in here and just duplicate this X and bring it over to the 5. And this is all going to retirement, so the category is good. And we're going to roll again and get 6 and 2, which is 8. So we're going to come in here and we're going to just mark off 8. I'll put 8 here. And now we can roll again. And we got 1 and 5, which is 6. And let's see, let's change this to retirement because we're still working on retirement. Oh, I didn't put 6 in here. Okay. So let's roll, and we got 3 and 2. And 3 and 2 is 5, which is already marked off. So we can just mark off either 4 and 1 or 3 and 2. What to do, what to do. I'm going to go with 4 and 1. Why not? So we're duplicate this. Oh, why is it not letting me duplicate? Okay, here we go. 4. And then 1. And we can mark off 5. Okay. And let's change this to retirement because hopefully it will be retirement. And we're going to click this to roll the dice again, and hopefully we can still check something off. And we can. 6 and 1 is 7. So we can duplicate this X and put it on 7. Alright guys, so we're down to 2 and 3. So let me just mark off 7 right here. And so I'm going to change this to retirement. I don't know if we'll be able to mark anything off. It might end up getting switched to my daughter's college, but let's see. We're going to roll, and we got 6 and 4, so we definitely cannot. So we are actually done here with retirement, and we're going to move to my daughter's college. So I'm going to change some of these to my daughter's college because all these next rolls will actually be for her. Okay. And we'll see how it goes from there. All right. Let me just mark this with a 0. All right. Oh, it just stays blank. That's all right. Okay. So for my daughter's college, let's see how we do. We got 2 and 2, which is 4. So we're going to come in here and we're going to duplicate this and cover the 4. And we'll put 4 down for her. Roll. We got 1 and 4, which is 5. Roll again. 5 and 5 is 10. So we can do 9 and 1. All right, let's try that again. Okay, and that was 10. All right, so let's roll again for her. And 5 and 4 is 9. All right, so we already have the 9 here. And we already have 1s. We can do 8 and 1. We can do 7 and 2. Little technical difficulty there. All right, so 7 and 2 is 9, and that's what we originally rolled. And so now let's click and roll this again, and we got 2 and 5, which is 7. And there is no way for us to make 7 here, so she is actually done at this point. And we can move on to my son. So I'm just going to give us some lines here. To work with. And these will go to my son's college. Okay. So let's see. Let's roll. We got 4 and 3 is 7. So we're going to come in here and duplicate that and just cover the 7. again. Oops. Well, we got 5 and 4, which is 9. So we are going to put the 7 down because we got 7. And then we're going to put the 9 down because we just got 9. And let me come in and mark the 9. Okay. And now we can roll again. Okay, we rolled 1 and 2, so that's a 3. There. Alright, so let's click that and roll and see what we got. We got 4 and 2, which is 6. We can mark that off. So let's just duplicate the level X and mark off 6. And come down here and type in 6. Okay. I'm going to check the box to roll, and we got 6 and 3, which is 9. And we can do 5 and 4, or we can do 8 and 1. I'm going to do 8 and 1. So we'll cover 8, and then we will cover 1. And we're going to mark off 9. Am I doing this right? I don't normally do the rolls, do I? I don't know, we're going with it. But I think now that I'm thinking about it, I do it differently. But that's alright. We did it this way. We did it a new way, guys. Alright, so I'm going to roll again. And we got 1 and 4, which is 5. And we can mark off 5. Look at that. And I can put 5 down, and then we are going to need to make a couple more rolls. And they don't have amounts in them yet. Okay. So we have $7 left. I hope we don't have it on you. But anyways, all right. Yeah, I did it not the way I normally do it. And so the way I normally do it hopefully wouldn't end up in IOUs, but all right. It is what it is. We went a different route this time. Okay, so let's roll. And we got 5 and 4, which we cannot do anyway because we only have 4 and 2. So we're going to end up ending here for Shut the Box. If you're new here, normally I don't do it by the roll. Normally I roll, fill it all in, and then I add up the totals of the numbers in the boxes. And whatever that total is, that's what I save. I don't know why I did it this way this time, guys, but it's a new way. So, unfortunately, because I did it this way, I think it left way less money to do the budgeting with friends because we only have $7. But let's see where it takes us. So we're going to move into budgeting with friends. where we left off, and we're working with $7. And let's see. Like I said, I don't do IOUs, so this is probably going to be real quick. $10. Okay, that was quicker than I anticipated, but we got 4 and 10. So 4 is going to my daughter's college, so we're just going to come in here, and I'm going to duplicate that X and mark off another heart there. And this was my daughter, and she's gonna get the full $7 because it was a $10 amount. And so that was a very short budgeting with friends, but I just wanted to mention their channel. So we got this first one here, comes from Homemaking with Heather, and that one was going to my son's college. Unfortunately, it didn't get any love. This one here is from the Millennial Saver and is going to my daughter's college. This one here is from Floating Funds and is going to retirement. And this one here is from Teacher Mom Budgets and is going to my daughter's college. And this one here is from Boss Babe Budgets, going to my son's college. And this one here, number 6, is budgeting with Lisandra, going to retirement. So unfortunately, the budgeting with friends round was short because I did shut the box a whole new way, guys. I don't know what my brain was thinking. But anyway, retirement ended up with $40. My daughter's college ended up with $35, and my son's college ended up with $39. And that is it for this week's Friday video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share my channel with others, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.